Hey guys, so it's Sparrow and welcome to Thrice Tried with the ElfxJackieAina J.Glow palette. Really quick showing you how I prep my eye for all of these looks just to make sure that you guys know there is prep involved. Look number one is going to be called the Jackie 2. It involves using the taupey shade in the outer corner and blown out in the crease for deep set and hooded eyes. It was done in her Get Ready With Me with her sisters with the Maybelline Fit Me promotion, and mixing it with the burgundy, the brown burgundy shade to kind of give it a ombre effect from the lightness of your skin to the taupe to the burgundy. I'm going to use a little bit of a denser brush in between to make sure I get a nice thick gradient, and I'm using the MAC 217 for this. This is one of my favorite brushes for blending out things, especially if they don't budge, but just this one requires that you just keep blending the colors together. Then I'm going to take my primer and I'm going to put it on my eye just to give a sticky base. So then when I put on the burgundy shade, it's super duper opaque. So I'm taking the burgundy shade on a shader brush and making sure to really get it on there, and I'm going to just pat it on very carefully. And you can see that the burgundy shade really does stand out and shine when you apply it onto a wet base versus just rubbing it on top of all the powdered eyeshadow that's already there. And then I'm going to take my 217 again and blend that out so that there's no harsh lines in between the two shades. That's the most important part because you're trying to make it look more like a gradient. It's a great smoky eye to just wear out really quick. Say if you're going out with a friend and you weren't expecting it, it's a great option. Obviously, there's no liner or mascara. I would definitely pair it with like a brown winged liner for the day and some simple mascara, maybe lashes if you do them. The next look is a rose gold halo. For the month of August, I was practicing doing halo eyes, so I thought this was great to include. Starting again with that taupey shade, it's a great transition shade according to JackieAina. For my skin, I would prefer a warmer transition shade. This one comes off more as a kind of taupey gray rather than like any kind of softness. But we're just going to blend over and blow it out very carefully all the way into the inner corner. So we want to make sure that it's blown out so that if you look up, it's there. Taking a pencil brush, we're going to pack in the burgundy shade. And we're going to use multiple brushes to pack in that darkness, but the pencil brush is good for laying out the blueprint. Then taking my shader brush, I'm going to pack it into the outer corner since it's a bigger space. And carefully bring a little bit of it over through the crease right above the lid just to get it nice and smooth. And taking the 217 that is clean now, we're going to take it and blend that out to make sure it's still soft and it looks like everything should go together using circular motions. Also using some patting, swiping motions from the inner corner because circular will probably irritate my eye. I'm also going to take that shader brush again and go into the inner corner a little bit more since the pencil brush doesn't pack it in the way I need it to. And then again, taking the 217 and blending that out. You just want to make sure it's really, blend. The secret is blending. Now again, taking primer and popping it right there in the center of my eye. A little bit too much. But popping right there and patting it to make it sticky. I don't want to smooth it out, I wanted it to be sticky. Then taking the shader brush cleaned, I'm going to take it and pat it right over that center area to create the halo. Oh, the rose gold shade is like my favorite shade, even though it comes off copper on me. It's a little bit actually dark for my skin tone, so it makes sense that I just have to work around it. Now I'm using the 217 to carefully blend the edges of the halo so that it's not so big and that it also is very softly surrounded. It doesn't look like it slapped the color in the middle. You also want to blend it a little bit so that it looks like it's supposed to be there. And there you go. Rose gold halo eye, great for a night out or whatever the hell you want to wear, honestly. Now, look number 3 is soft and simple. It's my favorite way of doing eyeshadow, the only way I do eyeshadow sometimes. We're going to take that taupey shade and put it right in the crease. Ignore the other eye. That look was a humongous bust. We're going to take the taupey shade, put it in the crease, and blend it out. Taking the burgundy shade on a domed, fluffy blending brush, we're going to pat it right into the outer corner to give my eye definition. This is the way I always do my eyeshadow, is always in this shape in particular. It may not be everyone else's favorite, that's why I did multiple options. Then taking the fluffy brush back again, we're going to blend that out with no extra shadow on the brush, just getting in there and blending that burgundy out to make it nice and soft. And then taking the 217 to basically make sure it's so soft you almost question if I had eyeshadow on. It's my favorite way of doing my eyeshadow. So just blending it. The 217 is the best blending brush ever. Again, take primer and apply to lid to make it sticky and make that shade, whatever shade you pop on top of it, shine. Using patting motions again to make it sticky. We're going to take this frosty, silvery, lilac-y shade and pat that right on top. This shade's kind of cool because when you swatch it and look at it in the pan, it almost seems like it's like it's shifting colors a little bit. But at the same time, it's like a slate gray, a soft slate gray. Then we're going to blend out the outer corner with a little bit more of the burgundy shade and the 217 to darken it up. And there you go, soft, simple. Pop a wing on it if you want. I feel like that would be the best option for you. Now let's get back to the review. Alright, so you've seen the 3 different looks with the JackieAina J.Glow palette with Elf Cosmetics. I want to know down in the comments right now, take a second, pause the video, which was your favorite? No, seriously, the only one I didn't do is the one I'm wearing right now because she already did a tutorial of it in her video when she announced the palette in the first place. I'm not gonna go and redo a tutorial and be like, oh, so creative. No. So I showed you 3 ways to wear. I showed you a look she did, but she didn't like narrate through, so it wasn't like a real tutorial. I showed you some kind of a fun halo eye. That was my eye of the month for August, was trying to do halo eyes. And then I showed you how I do my everyday eye, where that's how I just do my makeup every day, okay? So, if you own this palette and you are warm toned and you feel like it's not working for you, it's because this palette's overtone is definitely cool. The only really warm toned shadow is definitely this rose gold one here. Because it was a limited release and it didn't go in stores and no one could touch it, yes, a lot of us probably bought it and thought, oh my god, what is going on? Why am I having these problems? Answer, it's really cool toned. If you are warm toned, this palette is gonna fuck with your head. I'm neutral, JackieAina is neutral. We can kind of pull it off. Even on me, you guys can see, it's still a little cool, but I can rock it in like a kind of edgy looking way, just to do it. As a highlighter, this rose gold shade that's here at the big pan here is pretty, but it's a little, on me it's a little bit dark. As a highlighter, I can actually see it from like the front. I can see like where the highlighter, where like the eyeshadow as the highlighter was ending, and this like, okay. So this palette, it is the quality, what you're paying for is JackieAina and a selection of eyeshadows that she enjoyed. Now, you might not enjoy the same thing. You might find out you really don't enjoy all the same colors she does. You like some of her more out there looks, like the color pops, purples, and the blues. But this, which is like her everyday must-have shades, you find out she's really into cool toned eyeshadows and shades, and that might not be your cup of tea. If you got this and you feel like, let somebody, another JackieAina fan get it. Don't let it sit on your vanity. Don't let it die there, okay? Personally, since I can still rock it and I can see myself like busting into these colors and working them into other palettes and looks, especially this smoky burgundy color, which is not the bright, like the rich red burgundy that she says, a brown, deep smoky brown burgundy. I can see myself working all of these shades into other looks with warmer creases. I honestly keep looking over because I'm just like, I feel like the cooler creases kind of make me feel more punchy in the face than I need to be. But yeah, this palette, it has potential. If you want to work with it, it's got that potential. It's fine. But if you were looking for something, like you were looking for the exact thing she was telling you that is her must-have, it's a must-have, everyday, on-the-go palette, you might not feel that way. You realize that the shades are really cool toned and you're really warm and rich and delicious. I'm, you know, that weird kind of yellowiness that is just a little bit questionable. And so I feel not some type of way, but I'm not like in love with this palette. Then what I'm in love with is the fact that it's ElfxJackieAina. I'm in love with the fact that it was $6. I'm in love with the fact that it's just really pretty. And it's still really fun to play with because it does take me out of my comfort zone. But if you like your comfort zone, you like your warm tone neutrals, you like your warm tone colors, it's gonna jar you, and that's not okay. And even the fun little uses that you can take from it are not the greatest. If you are addicted to eyeshadows that have really smooth mattes that don't kick up a bunch of powder and stuff like that, you're probably pissed with it. Let it go. Don't. If you guys come up with a different look with this palette, please tag me on Instagram, #SoIt'sSparrow or @SoIt'sSparrow me on Instagram, on Twitter, wherever. I'll look at it because I wanted to see other looks, because the looks I did, I feel like they weren't really inspired. They were as inspired as I could possibly be with this palette. If you feel some type of way, go ahead and leave it down in the comments. I love ElfxJackieAina. She just has different tastes in eyeshadows than I do. I will say though, please do not go in the comments and ask for me to give you the palette. One day sellout. Got this from somebody who sold it because they didn't like it on first swatch. No, mine. I will do it. I will rock this until it's empty. Okay, just gotta put that out there. It's mine. But yeah, leave comments. What did you think of the palette? What did you think of the looks? You know, stuff like that. If you don't really have anything to say, again, leave a thumbs up, guys. It tells me that you liked it. And if you like any of the content on my channel, especially this series, which I am now going to name Palette Thrice Tried. My friend helped me come up with it. And for this one will be labeled J.Glow ElfxJackieAina palette. ElfxJackieAina palette. Thrice Tried. Because I do 3 different looks. If I do more, it's still going to be called Thrice Tried. I'm just going to kind of be like, hey, it's going to be more. But again, subscribe if you like this series or any other series. And I'm already like just flustered with my own ass. Point is, I'm here all week, baby. I'll see you guys when I see you guys.